Alright, so now, welcome back, Marlon Rimes. What, what's going on? What's everybody making that face for? I haven't been watching the trial and nobody's told me anything. Marlon Rimes, you are under suspicion for the attempted murder of the Orca. I see. Well, if it's already out. Mr. Rimes? Is he really going to admit it? Fine. I'll tell the truth. Alright, here we go. That was really quick, to be honest. I didn't even know he was gonna actually... It was actually gonna just... testify that quickly. Alright. The truth. Sasha's lying to protect that orca. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam on the water. So I thought the orca should pay the consequences. Now we're back to the orca again? I did not see that testimony coming. Now wait just a minute. Yesterday, Orla was proven innocent. Besides, you said Orla was in the show pool during the cleaning. I didn't want to sell Sasha out. That's why I didn't tell the truth. But the fact is, all three of us, Sasha, the captain, and me, were cleaning the pool room. But Dr. Crab and Miss Buckler said you were at the show stage. Well, the only thing Dr. Crab knew about the cleaning was what I told him. I didn't give him a whole lot of details either. Maybe he misunderstood. And Sasha's lying to protect the orca. She can't tell the truth. Sasha put blood on the skull rock herself to make a fake blood stain. Since luminol is able to detect real bloodstains, I doubt the luminol can pick up fake bloodstains. Well, at least in theory. I think it's pretty brave of her to let herself get arrested to protect the orca. Mr. Rimes, how can you lie like that? It's the truth. Besides, who wouldn't be better for you if I wasn't lying? If the orca did it, you win your case. What? This is all very hard to believe. But if Mr. Rimes' story is true, Miss Buckler would be innocent and the orca would be the killer. Meaning, if we turn our backs on Orla, we could save Sasha. Or, it was in the form of a question. We could save Sasha? Having a witness lie to save your own client? What a dirty, underhand tactic, right, Dono?
Objection!
Yesterday, the defense proved Orla not guilty. We have no intention of going back on our assertions now. What are you saying, Mr. Wright? All you gotta do is admit the orca did it and Sasha goes free. Isn't a lawyer supposed to act in his client's best entrance interest? But that would be acting in her interest. Miss Buckler believes Orla is innocent, and we, of course, believe that Miss Buckler herself is innocent too. Acting in the client's best interest is an important part of our job as lawyers. Using dirty means to win a verdict would destroy our client's faith in us. That's right. We believe in both Miss Buckler and Orla's innocence. Huh? I just don't understand how you can treat a human and an orca equally. Sasha or the orca, you can only save one of them. With Phoenix, there's a way to save both. And all the evidence we have will prove that. I don't know about that. I think I can save both. All I have to do is disprove your testimony. Oh yeah? Then go ahead and try. I will do just that. If I can't tear down his testimony, I won't be able to save both of them. I have to find a weak spot and start tearing. Alright, here we go. Alright. Let's see. Sasha's lying to protect that orca. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down on the water. Wait a second. Shipley's data. Let me see. Press F9. Well, let's have a look at these details. Now keep in mind, Shipley's walkie-talkie hasn't been found, but we do know how it looks like. This is how it looks like. It's weird as it looks, but yeah, that is a walkie-talkie. But Shipley's data says about something else. Because keep in mind, this is what Rimes said. Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down on the water. But in the autopsy report, it says a concussion from head trauma thought to be from 60-foot fall into pool. Bruised all over, ceiling to the bottom of the pool is 100 feet. Blow to the head received after death. So he was hit. Bruised all over, but that was from the 60-foot fall. But the first thing that hit him first was a blow to the head. A blow to the head received after death. So he was hit on the head first, which made him fall down down that drained pool. And it was and as mentioned, it said thought to be from a 60-foot fall into pool, bruised all over. Ceiling to pool bottom is 100 feet. Blow to the head received after death. So we're gonna have to present this. So something that does not feel right. Bashing him 30 feet high.
Objection!
When lies are piled on the top of each other, contradictions start to emerge. This time is no different. Are you saying there's some kind of inconsistency in my testimony? That's exactly what I'm saying. You claim that the victim was sent flying about 30 feet into the air. But the autopsy report states The cause of death was thought to be a 60-foot fall. What? Additionally, in your testimony a moment ago, you said at 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the Orca pool. The pool is about 65 feet deep, and there's about 30 feet between the water and ceiling. If the pool was full of water, as you claimed, it would be impossible for the victim to fall about 65 feet, as the autopsy states. Ah! Ooh, busted. Busted. Mr. Rimes claimed he was in the Orca pool rooms so he could make these statements. But the truth must be that he was at the show stage, just as Dr. Krabbins and Sasha testified. I believe that brings us back around to the Orca didn't do it. I didn't believe the witnesses' testimony from the outset. Please. Basically, what he's trying to say, that I didn't believe the witnesses' testimony from the get-go. I am grateful to you, Right Dono, for shutting the witness up. As I thought, the only person who could have killed the victim is Sasha Buckler. The fact still remains whether the witness was the one who tried to kill the Orca or not. Son of a... Mr. Rimes was right about one thing. His testimony was advantageous to our case, but pointing out the contradiction in his statement will only drive us into a corner. As Prosecutor Blackwell said, suspicion against Miss Buckler is now deepened. If I don't do something fast, the judge is gonna find Sasha guilty. Mr. Wright, is there anything we can do? There has to be a way to prove Sasha is innocent. At a time like this, the thing to do is to turn my thinking around. Instead of trying to prove Sasha couldn't have done it, I have to think about what made it possible for somebody else to have done it. As long as the crime scene is the Orca pool room, then Sasha is the only one who could have committed the crime. No need for pity your baldness. Just finish him off with a swift verdict. It appears the defense has no objections. Very well, I will give my verdict. Hold it! Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict. But you were so quiet, Mr. Wright. Do you have something to say now? Being quiet doesn't actually mean he's given up. It means he's thinking. So, I mean, yeah, it can go both ways, but in a way, he's thinking. So sometimes you have to keep what you're thinking to yourself. The defense has a counter argument. You do? Pitiful. Such the desperation. You look pale. Are you sure you're prepared to make this counter argument? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. I'll never forget those words, no matter how many years go by. It's what Nia taught him, is to always smile even when things go bad. To turn your thinking around, basically think outside the box. That was always his strategy, to have their, to win cases. And you've seen it throughout the years. So, even though it's probably just a bluff, I'll give it to them with a smile. What if the scene of the crime was somewhere else? The scene of the crime? Somewhere else? What? You're finding fault with the police investigation now? As I understand it, the prosecution's argument is as follows. The scene of the crime was the Orca pool room. Only the defendant and victim entered that room when there was no pool no water in the pool. Therefore, only the defendant could have committed the crime. That is correct. But if the scene of the crime was not the Orca pool room, then somebody other than the defendant could have committed the crime. Are you sure you know where you're going with this? I might not be too sure, but I can't back down. Mr. Wright, I hope that I'm wrong, but this isn't one of your bluffs by any chance. You've been in this court with Phoenix how many years now? How many times has his bluffs worked? A lot. His bluffs have been working a lot, and it has helped him. How can you not remember that, Judge? Of course not. The judge knows me far too well. But it's true, I mean, his bluffs have gotten him somewhere, at least. And they always work out. Most of the time. And do you have a theory on where the actual scene of the crime was? Yes, of course. Think, Phoenix, think. Think of a place other than the Orca pool room where one could fall to one's death. Then by all means, please share your theory with the court. Where was the real scene of the murder? Alright, so if it wasn't in the Orca pool, that leaves us with... Come on, there we go. That leaves us with the show pool. And truth be told, it did actually point in the right direction. I should have just clicked present the moment the arrow was right on the mark. The show stage pool might have been drained of water at some point as well. And if so, it would be just as possible to fall to one's death there as the Orca pool. Right, Dono? What are you doing? Oh, sorry. What you're doing is a disgrace to your profession. I won't say anything about that, Blackwell. I sincerely hope you have some basis for what you are suggesting. Of course I do. I will, as soon as I think of something. The victim's body was found in the Orca pool. Okay, true. But there have been ways where the culprit can actually kill someone in one place and move the body somewhere else, thinking that is the place where the murder took place. But in reality, it took place somewhere else. These things can happen. Did I read this? The victim's body was found in the Orca pool. Okay, I did. How do you explain that?
Objection!
How about it? How about if after the victim was killed in the show stage pool, his body was moved to the Orca pool? How about if? What kind of presentation of your argument is that? You had better have a reasonable explanation of how the body was moved. There's no turning back now. I have to think of a way the body could have been moved. Was there something at the scene that could have been used to move the body? As a matter of fact, there is. But I'm gonna have to use the controller for this because I don't want to use the mouse. And I think I lowered the volume on my end. Alright, there we go. Now, where is that? I know it's here somewhere. If I remember correctly, it should be either here, where the crane and hoists. I think it's right here. Right here. Hit the X button. There we go. Yeah, I was right on the mark. Alright. The hoist runs between the Orca pool room and the show stage. The stretcher can be hung from the hoist to move things like Orla or the Skull Rock. The stretcher could also have been used to move the dead body. Yes, if the stretcher can move the Orca or the Skull Rock, it seems it could have also moved a dead body as well. Wow, somehow that worked. Just might be able to pull this off. If the show pool was the scene of the crime, somebody else could have done it. You desperately spew conjecture, and now you even make up a crime scene? Not again. You don't have the soul of a warrior. You don't deserve to be on the battlefield. And even your fabrication is half-baked. It's a disgrace. What do you mean half-baked? The hoist can be operated from the Orca pool room only. And the only person who entered the Orca pool room was the defendant. So even if the body was moved, the only one who could have moved it was the defendant herself. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, enough with the panning camera. Order! So it comes back to the defendant no matter which pool it was? Meaning, I can't clear Sasha either way. Sasha said she moved the Orla and the Skull Rock. And I believe her. So could it be possible that she moved the body herself without being aware of it? Mr. Wright, do you have an objection to Prosecutor Blackwell's claim? Unfortunately, no. No objections. But there is a however moment. I have no objections. Miss Buckler must have been the one who moved the body. What? Mr. Wright, are you admitting the defendant committed the murder? No, I'm simply conceding that she was the one who could have moved the body. However, I contend Miss Buckler was not aware that that is what she was doing. The culprit made her move it unbeknownst to her. The defendant moved a dead body without recognizing that it was a dead body? How could that be possible? The body was found in the Orca pool. It must have been moved there somehow. I might find some kind of hint in the things she moved with the stretcher. The culprit made Miss Buckler move the body along with this piece of evidence. Thus we present the Skull Rock.
Take that!
At first I thought it was just like a not too heavy piece of rock, but it turns out that that thing is about the weight of a boulder or something. A real boulder, not one of those fake ones like that are made of foam or something. The Skull Rock? Miss Buckler told me yesterday that she moved the Skull Rock when she was cleaning. The only two things Miss Buckler moved to the Orca pool are Orla and the Skull Rock. I would like to suggest that the victim's body may have been inside the Skull Rock. What? Hidden inside the rock, the body could have been moved to the Orca pool with the hoist. At the show stage, Marlon Rimes loaded up the Skull Rock with the body inside, and then he used the walkie-talkie to let Miss Buckler know the rock was loaded. Miss Buckler operated the hoist from the Orca pool room and moved the stretcher. She moved the rock without knowing the body was inside. Do you really think there's enough space inside the Skull Rock to place a body? The swashbuckler flyer indicates it could be possible. Please focus on the question at the bottom left. Oh, it says who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the Skull Rock? In that case, I suppose the rock is most likely hollow. What's more, if the body was inside the Skull Rock, it explains the remaining unanswered questions, such as. Please take a look at the security footage, the scene Mr. Plume witnessed. Where did the body that Mr. Plume saw come from? Please recall, what was Orla doing to the Skull Rock at this time? She was headbutting it. Oh, that's right. Orla's ramming released the body from the Skull Rock. The body had been placed in the Skull Rock and moved there from the stage show. I assert that the real murder scene was in fact the show stage pool.
Silence.
You silence. What rubbish is this now? You don't have a single scrap of evidence.
Objection!
It's easy enough to verify what I say. Take a look. Take a look inside the Skull Rock for yourself. You should find some kind of proof that the body was there. Blood, fibers, hair. Right, don't know. Oh wow. I wonder how it's gonna be for the DLC episode for Spirit of Justice. I hope it's not gonna be like that. If I remember correctly, uh, it should be smooth sailing from there. But I still have to use that same option. I mean, like the same tactic I used for recording. I mean, to make sure that there's no video stuttering or delay or anything, choppiness and all that. Mr. Wright, that was incredible. You turned things completely around. And to think, it all started with that half-baked bluff too. Phew, that was a close one. Did you really have to add that last bit? If the murder took place at the show stage, then who was the perpetrator? It is naturally the person who was at the show stage. Mr. Rimes, weren't you the one who loaded the Skull Rock onto to the stretcher at the show stage? Oh, it's a little laugh. Wow, Mr. Wright, that was some pretty smart brain work you did there. To be honest, I never thought you could figure it out. I tried to protect myself, but I guess it came back to bite me. Are you confessing you gave false testimony before, Mr. Rimes? That's perjury. Yeah. What Mr. Wright says is true. The body was inside Skull Rock, and it's true. The captain was killed in the show pool room. What? He's admitting it that easily? Oh, come on, you already know that this isn't over. I can tell that there's a lot more to it. This time, I'm gonna tell you the whole truth about what happened that day. And that brings us to our next testimony. Alright, here we go. The whole truth. In the show pool room, Yorka shot the captain up into the air. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectators' screams clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the Orca. When Mr. Bloom witnessed the Orca finding the body, I freaked. So now we're back to the Orca, I see. If you were going to give a testimony like that, why did I bother putting you on the stand? All I'm doing is telling the truth. That day, Sasha wanted to do the old version of the Swashbuckler Spectacular. So I suggested she hide the body in the Skull Rock and moved it to the Orca Pool. I was gonna figure out what to do with the body after the show was over. Yorka's the one that killed the captain. It wasn't me, and it wasn't Sasha. Again, he's trying to put the blame on Orla. So it was Mr. Rimes' idea to hide the body in the Skull Rock. But if Mr. Rimes is the culprit, why would he protect Sasha? False charges against Sasha would mean he himself would escape suspicion. So why? Mr. Wright, how about if you leave this to me? Athena, do you mean you heard something? Yep. Discord. No, not the name of the app. in Mr. Rhymes's heart. So that means somewhere in his testimony, there's an inconsistency in his emotions. All right, Athena, give him a good counseling session. You got it, boss. It's time to probe. Psychological analogy. Huh? What's this? What are you getting, Athena? This testimony is pretty complex. Feelings of deep sadness and intense anger are being called up. Those two emotions appear to be running out of control. Out of control emotions? Is that going to be a problem? We'll have to probe their cause if we want to get to his true emotions and testimony. There might be there might even be odd or unnatural spots in his testimony that he isn't aware of. All right, let's probe the cause of his out-of-control emotions then. I'll explain how to probe. Let's find the root together. All right, so wait, didn't we do something like this? Oh, wait. I think this was something completely different, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I played this. When you see something off in a statement, tap probe or the L button. Next, point to what's causing Mr. Rimes' out-of-control emotions. And finally, a tap probe or the X button to complete the process. When emotions are out of control, memories can be recalled incorrectly. If you still haven't found anything after the statements and images, I'll help. Great. All right. I'll get started comparing the statements with the images. All right, here we go. Ooh, oh my goodness, they're completely out of control here. All right, so let's see. In the show, the orca shot the captain into the air. Okay. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectators' screams clearly. Alright, so let's probe here. But not at Shipley though. But the audience. I doubt that there were any spectators there at the show stage when the owner died. If there had been, those witnesses would have told us the true crime scene right away. What? Oh, right. Of course. I just made a mistake. Okay, that made the sadness subside. So maybe the spectator's part was what was making him sad. I wonder why he would make that mistake saying spectators were there. How strange. The only thing I can think of is that he was mixing up one memory with another. Like, he was in a similar situation before, and it was deeply imprinted on his heart. A situation where an orca killed somebody, and there were spectators there. Does that ring a bell to anyone? Well, fortunately, it's true. They're mentioning the incident that happened a year earlier with Azura Summers. Hey, I think I know why he's mixing up his memories. The reason why Mr. Rhymes mixed up his memories is... Where is it? Or is it even here at all? Ah, here it is. The Killer Whale. The book. The book he was, the book that was written by Norma de Plume. Has to be it, so... because I see the microphone option, but I wonder if it works. You know, it's just Hey, it worked! Cool! Mr. Rhymes, I think I know what happened. Could you have been mixing up what happened a year ago with this incident? Maybe that's why you slipped and said the owner was killed in front of spectators. What? How did you... You're right. I did see the orca kill somebody a year ago. But what about it? I was just one of the spectators. Really? Just another spectator? There must be a reason why you feel great sadness about that incident last year.
Silence.
You silence, which we're trying to get the truth. Stop this nonsensical scrutiny of feelings. Just present evidence to prove your point. Beep. Boss, do we have any kind of evidence that would back us up here? There is one piece that comes to mind that might explain his sadness. Well, I'm waiting. Let's see this evidence that has to do with Marlon Rimes' sadness. Thus we present the charm. I think I'll say it again. Take that! Oops. Take that!
Take that!
Yeah, I really have to hold the mic to my mouth. Alright, anyways. Azura Summers died in accidental death 1 year ago. This is her boyfriend's charm. Hey! What are you doing with that charm? It was found in Rifle's stomach yesterday. Judging by your reaction, I believe this charm belongs to you. I guess I need to push him a little harder to make him admit it. When Mr. Rhymes says the word charm, he was very rattled. We'd better examine this charm a little more. Good idea. Let's look inside. Huh? What's this? A photograph? Hey, this is Azura Summers and Marlon Rimes. Mr. Rimes, you and Azura Summers were a couple, weren't you? So what if what if we're a couple? It doesn't have anything to do with the captain's case. You believe you saw the orca kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. Isn't that emotion of yours connected to the current case?
Silence.
The only thing you revealed was the witness's relationship with the victim a year ago. What does the witness's past have to do with the case at hand? I can describe it in only one word. That is if I'm right, but we'll get to that soon. I don't know yet. But we managed to pinpoint the source of his sadness. Now let's delve into Mr. Rimes' angry at. Alright, so back in the thing. Alright, so in the show, basically this is the beginning here, so we're done here on this part. Let's move forward. Update. So keep in mind, this was done in like the early morning, so there couldn't have been any audience there. So all Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. Okay? When Mr. Bloom witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. Let's probe. And let's highlight Orla since it's already been highlighted for us. So we're gonna probe right here. Mr. Rimes, you're angry with Orla, aren't you? Angry? Angry at an orca? Why would I be? If you think I have some reason to be mad, then show me proof. Do I have proof that Mr. Rimes has a reason to be mad? Oh, I got proof, all right. We don't show you. I bet that evidence we just took a look at would come in handy here. This charm indicates that you were Azura Summers' boyfriend. I'm sure you believe Orla killed your girlfriend a year ago. You lost your girlfriend, and so you've been angry at Orla. All right, I'll admit it. I'll never forgive that orca. Azura is dead, and that orca is still swimming around, happy as a clam. I became an animal keeper just so I could prove that orca is a killer. You're right. I want that orca to pay. There. Do you feel good dragging up a person's past? But it still doesn't change anything. Oh, so we're at 30%. Okay. Excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. She's right. I disagree. That does change things. His out of control emotions quieted down. Now we should be able to find out the truth behind that emotion. All right, so now we're back at the original way, the one we've been doing, because I forgot this feature had 2 modes: for finding the emotion and probing in a testimony things that aren't really there, or what he sees but isn't really there. All right, so let's head back to the place, to the area where to that part where it says Mr. Plume. All right, it's right here. I think it was right here, wasn't it? And keep in mind, the answer here also keep in mind that even though that the emotions like the ones you're seeing now aren't the ones that you may be thinking, like aren't the ones that are there, but there's always going to be that one little tidbit that, well, you'd be surprised. It's not anger, it ain't sadness. And you're gonna be surprised about this, but surprised. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orc of finding the body, you freaked. I mean, look, you freaked. Really? What are you getting at? With Mr. Plume as a witness, or like guaranteed to be accused of the murder, didn't it work out exactly as you'd hoped? In order to have Orla put down, you made sure Mr. Plume witnessed that scene. Surprise, surprise. Noise level 0%. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care, and God bless.